a nigga pick who he be fight with.
Right.
Like if you see it and you go, oh, I'm not going because this.
For him, but
Yeah, I think I can take him.
Be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, and I don't like them kind of individuals.
50 Cent just lost it with Jay Prince after he tried to push him out of Houston, and this time he isn't holding back. He is pursuing Jay Prince hard and exposing all of the questionable practices that lie behind his alleged intimidation scheme. It is said that 50 has receipts that could bring down Jay Prince's entire business. He does not want the trouble, I assure you, but that does not mean Jay Prince does not have a significant impact on Houston streets. 50 may have to watch his back, but he still has people who will stand up for him. Jay Prince allegedly sent his associates after 50 to disrupt his business because he was feeling the heat, but you can count on 50 to respond. He is already making fun of Jay Prince on Instagram and was even challenging him to come clean if he was sincere. Let's talk about this confrontation between two giants, since it will go down in history.
Way extorting people. Ain't no money in that. Real nigga ain't gonna have that no way. You know, check in for what? I mean, I don't want to.
50 Cent has been exerting pressure on Jay Prince for years, and their rivalry has always been fierce and even intense. Jay Prince considers himself the king of Houston, and 50 has said that he disapproves of the entire checking-in program, but they continue their small feud from the safety of their cities. Unless they happen to cross paths in person, which is rarely the case, 50 was keeping it down in New York, and they had no real reason to clash. However, when 50 Cent decided to move to Houston and straight to Jay Prince's door, everything changed. He first tweeted this decision, adding, "I love New York, but I live in Houston now. I'll explain later." It was not just Uncle Sam's sticky fingers that made businessmen want to run, as you are well aware, and he had previously complained that the 62% increase in New York taxes was having a detrimental effect on his business operations. He moved to Houston in part because of the lower taxes there. As you know, he is a businessman with a keen interest in people culture, the arts, and entertainment. He had previously expressed his desire to be involved in the scene, and since hip-hop, rap, and trap culture are all very popular in Houston, he believed that investing in Houston would be the next big step toward receiving those sizable checks. Additionally, some have suggested that 50 moved to Houston because of his alcohol brand, Branson Cognac. Do you remember the time when 50 would visit all of Houston's liquor stores and display the bottles? There have been rumors that he may have found a market for his brand there and wanted to get in touch with Jay Prince, but he had a different idea. Oh no, he was upset and felt betrayed by 50 Cent's arrival in his territory. Jay Prince allegedly tried to pressure 50 Cent into checking in first in an effort to get 50 to drop some support, so he sent his men to exert pressure, but 50 was not going to allow that to occur. He promptly told Jay Prince that he was protected and would not be forced to check in by Jay Prince.
A sucker to me, a sucker is a pick who he be fight with.
Right.
Like if you see it and you go, oh, I'm not going because this.
I won't fuck with him, but I'll fuck with this one.
Yeah, I think I can take him.
Right.
You want to fight the nigga you think you can beat.
However, Jay Prince became even more upset as a result. Rumor has it that he tried to enforce a no-fly zone on 50, but 50 made it clear that he didn't play those kinds of games, so it didn't work again. In addition, 50 wasn't keeping quiet to avoid upsetting Jay Prince. Instead, he was about his business as usual, giving his community opportunities. 50 Cent decided to halt the project and move the entire business to Shreveport, Louisiana. The project, which was expected to cost roughly $20 million, was to establish a new film studio for his firm, G-Unit Film, in Houston.
Most of you may not know this. You had the opportunity to take Houston.
Yeah.
But you chose Shreveport.
Yeah. And Houston didn't have the same. They embraced me good. Like I got out there, they showed me a lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
But Shreveport had the infrastructure already here, like even the tax incentive.
The incident happened during Thanksgiving Day's annual parade, and about a year after 50 moved to Houston in 2022. The mayor gave him a key to the city and celebrated him with a 50 Cent day. Mayor Sylvester Turner lavished praise on 50 Cent, calling him one of the city's most influential figures. Through his Unity initiative, he has turned high school students into entrepreneurs and has contributed to many causes in this city, especially the high schools, where he is known as 50. The mayor then declared November 24th to be 50 Cent's Day, telling the philanthropic rapper, singer, and businessman that he will always have a place in Houston. As the crowd embraced 50 as one of them, you could feel the love pouring in, and 50 returned the favor with his acceptance speech.
To the city of Houston, but he didn't just come here to live. He has been helping out on so many causes in this city. And especially, he has been in our high schools, turning our high school students into entrepreneurs with his Unity program. I've seen him firsthand. This city has been elevated because of his presence, and so today we have the honor of saying to him, he's our 2022 Grand Marshal. Give it up to Curtis 50 Jackson. Now, before I call on him to speak, let me present you first a key to the city of Houston. Anywhere you go, 550 buildings, use the key, the door will swing wide open.
The truth is that the facts are indisputable, so it makes sense that J. Prince is marginalized and treated like a criminal, while 50 is granted the city's keys since moving to Houston. However, J. Prince was somewhere striking the wall and clenching his teeth because 50 was ascending to the top of his city's hierarchy while everyone else was celebrating. Through his money, 50 Cent has benefited his community and supported several charitable causes. For instance, he founded the Unity Business Lab under his UNIT Foundation, an educational intervention program designed to help high school students in the Houston International School District develop their entrepreneurial skills. He has also gained traction in Houston's the landscape of sports and entertainment. The Houston Rockets, Astros, and Texans have partnered with his Sire Spirits business. In 2022, he also hosted the first Houston Tycoon Comedy and Music Festival. In 2023, he helped the citywide club reach its goal of giving away 100,000 toys to children in the city by donating $850,000 worth of toys at a holiday event. In 2024, he helped raise $500,000 for the Houston Children's Charity and auctioned off 2 oversized bottles of his Lisa Mann Duvo champagne. In the end, the gala event raised $6 million, creating a new record for the charity.
Matter of fact, God darn it, 50 Cent, get out here. Come on.
If I was your best friend, I want you out.
I know all the time I've spent with him, we've had some great times. He even tried to tell me some please one night.
I gotta hang out with the people that can buy this stuff from me. I think Johnny might be on.
In summary, the city loves 50 due to his undeniable influence. But what about J. Prince and his group from Mob Ties? Where do we even start, Pro? After being crowned King of Houston, J. Prince has earned a living by intimidating artists who want to work there under false pretenses of safety, rather than advancing the city's possibilities. J. Prince and his team have a practice known as checking in, whereby visiting artists must first visit J. Prince to show their respect. This practice seems like a gesture until you realize it is all a front for a sophisticated manipulation scheme.
We need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, is they seem to get hung up on that word checking in.
Yeah.
So if we could diversify that word and bring it up to a 2021 thing.
Right. What's the word, OG? What's the word?
Maybe we may want to tell them they need to get.
The fine print, however, hides the fact that these artists are essentially unable to decide whether or not to pay J. Prince and his team to set them up. And if they do not pay because they believe they have their security detail, they are attacked and lose their goods. Typically, it involves dropping large sums of money, which J. Prince claims is for their safety so they do not get attacked, and so they can retrieve their jewels or chains if they are stolen. When young boy refused to check in when he arrived in Houston on a business trip, two individuals broke into his house and took some of his expensive cars, cash, and chains. The individuals then demanded a $30,000 payment to get his belongings back, but YB refused to fall for it and responded by telling them that they were being childish and that he was not impressed.
Don't turn me down. What you said? Don't turn me down. What you on, folks? Don't turn you down. Yeah, man. What you on, folks? What you mean what I'm on? What you on, man? What the deal? What up? What up? You want to buy your shit back? What? You ain't you flunked out. I'm trying to see where you at. You dumb. What you got? $20 out of the car? Nah, nigga. You know what we got? Nigga, stop at that cap. Man. They capping, bro. They gonna believe anything. You want me to start my car? I just took a picture in the same car today with my little boy. You bitch ass niggas on this bitch like y'all. So.
Then G Prince entered the conversation without warning in an Instagram video, claiming that the individuals had brought the stolen items to him. He tagged OIB in the video and asked OIB to contact him if he wanted his possessions restored.
The little homie young boy place got broke into. People went in his place, disrespected different things, and I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right because they understand that, you know what I mean, young boy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce, I got your keys to your McLaren, all that shit that they took, and the homie, Shakur, what you got, homie?
We got your Rolls Royce umbrellas, we got your keys, we got a bunch of other shit, so get in contact with him.
YB saw through the tactic and advised J Prince to keep his fake goodwill to himself. Initially, J Prince faced criticism from YB for bringing up the issue on social media, citing a man in his 60s who still engages in online antics. In what was clearly an attempt at manipulation, YB asserts that if J Prince had been sincere, he would have gotten in touch with him privately instead of posting a pitiful video to tell everyone about their business. He knew that if he went to J Prince, he would have to pay significantly more than the individuals had demanded, so he refused to comply.
Hey, I don't want no friends, I don't want no new relationships. All that pussy, I don't respect none of that, man. If you got something for me, man, they got plenty around me you could call. Nigga, it's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that pussy. And I'm good on the keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway.
However, J Prince has been criticized for this checking in practice by people other than YB in a podcast episode. Cameron and Mace attacked him, mocking him for claiming to teach the youth how to improve things while continuing these unproductive behaviors at an age when he should be enjoying retirement.
Dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little niggas. Like, the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little niggas. Like, for real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got. Niggas would tell me, Mace, chill. No, chill for what? Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like, I want to respect you, but I can't. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if I got a little, like the dudes that raised me, if I was out of pocket, they would tell me I'm out of pocket. They wouldn't let me put them on a crash out mission. They would say, yo, Mace, listen.
You've probably heard the rumors that J Prince was involved in Takeoff's death because Takeoff died during one of those infamous dice games. This is in addition to the elaborate games of chance that J Prince and his children set up for rappers when they arrived in Houston. There are also rumors that J Prince's manipulation plot involves these dice games. There had been a fight, according to official sources, and somebody had taken out firearms and started shooting. Unfortunately, Takeoff was killed when he was accidentally struck by one of the shots. But here's the thing. According to an allegedly new video, the incident did not quite unfold that way. According to reports, Jay Prince was displeased that Quavo and Takeoff had not checked in as he had planned, and reportedly gave his men instructions to intimidate them. Takeoff's death occurred as a result of a minor incident that was only supposed to keep him offline for a few weeks at most. Jay Prince is seen acting evasively and trying to avoid the subject whenever he is asked about it.
What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years. You know what I mean? Honoring and loving on our guests and being with our guests, and no shit like this never happened. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. We ain't never had nobody to attack us.
The fact that Takeoff is not the only person who passed away after participating in one of those troubling dice games, though, does not help either, as others are discussing. Do you remember? When Duke the Jeweler won $100,000 in a dice game, he thought he had struck gold. However, he was unaware that it was a setup. Even before he got to his car, he was ambushed, and everything he owned was taken from him. Sadly, he was not even allowed to keep his life. The fact that 50 Cent and Jay Prince have had a greater positive impact on Houston, and that they will never be on the same level, is where things get complicated. Jay Prince allegedly had plans to shut down 50 and close his Houston company, but before he could carry them out, 50 got into a dispute with Big Meech. Jay Prince, who frequently supported Big Meech, allegedly sent some of his associates to advise him to step back following the incident.
Play with people intelligence and intellect. The way they do today, people are telling lies for a living. You know what I mean? They actually lying to y'all for a living.
Mike and Junior was walking by. He actually went in the restroom to wash blood off his hand where he had reached up on the Takeoff. He had to pick him up, and his fingers went in there.
You all know that 50 is not the type of person who would let another man push him out, though, and he had no intention of stepping back. Instead, he made the bold decision to expose Jay Prince and his alleged manipulation scheme. Rumor has it that 50 is now on a mission to end Jay Prince's grip over Houston, and you can be sure he will have a great time doing it. However, I have a question for you. Do you think 50 should exercise caution while in Houston, or do you think he has another strategy up his sleeve to outplay?